Oh my God. Oh my God. This is just unbelievable.
He tried to kiss you.
Can you imagine?
No, I think
It's been a busy week on board the Argo, but today the decks are extra crowded. Gustavo Manrique, the Ecuadorian Minister for the Environment, is on board and has just come up from more than 200 meters below the surface after a submarine dive with legendary oceanographer Sylvia Earle.
I told Sylvia underwater, Sylvia, this is like being in space. And she told me, no, this is even better because there is life.
lots of light.
You know, we should drop the S of oceans. We should call it ocean. It's just one. And I feel proud as a world citizen.
Minister Manrique and the Ecuadorian government announced in November 2021 that the Galapagos Marine Protected Area will be expanded from the existing 133,000 square kilometers by a further 60,000 square kilometers. Researchers and conservationists hope that this increased protection will help to combat threats to biodiversity. We are 5 days into a 12-day research expedition to the Galapagos Islands in the company of Dr. Sylvia Earle. Dr. Earle first visited these islands 55 years ago, in 1966, and has since then been not only a celebrated marine scientist, but also a forceful campaigner for ocean conservation.
The Galapagos Islands are special from the tops of the mountains to the depths of the mountains under the sea. It's not just land, and it isn't just ocean. It's one system, totally inextricably connected.
Dr. Earle's foundation, Mission Blue, has established a network of marine hope spots, and Galapagos is the jewel among these special places. This program identifies a global network of marine protected areas that showcase biodiversity, and it aims to inspire us all to support the restoration of ocean health. The team aboard the Argos has been brought together as part of a Mission Blue program.
This expedition is special because we have people here who have expertise in various disciplines that have come together to look at the whole system, land and sea, but with a focus on the ocean because the ocean has been really neglected except for fishing.
The scientific leader and expedition coordinator is British marine biologist Dr. Alex Hearn, who has worked in the Galapagos for close on 30 years.
We're counting down to the Galapagos Marine Reserve's Silver Jubilee, and so 25 years is a good moment to pause and take stock of how far we've come over the last 25 years, and also what are the emerging threats and how far we still need to go to achieve true protection of this amazing marine reserve.
Alex's research team is made up of local and international researchers who are occupied both above and below the surface, taking samples and measurements, fitting trackers and installing monitoring equipment, and much more. A large part of the scientific work is done below the surface using scuba, which on this expedition restricts them to the top 30 to 40 meters of an ocean that is 4,500 meters deep in places. The Argo's custom-built submarine does, however, allow scientists to descend through the mesophotic or middle light zone from 30 down to 150 meters, which is as far as sunlight penetrates. Then further down to 450 meters, where the onboard spotlights penetrate the pitch dark, where much of life on Earth occurs. Our first stop is tiny uninhabited Wolf Island, 280 kilometers from Santa Cruz, on the northwest extreme of the archipelago. There's something magical about waking up in a totally new place after an overnight sea journey, and the sight of the rocky volcanic cliffs of Wolf Island doesn't disappoint. The Galapagos Islands are unique in that they are situated at the crossroads of major oceanic currents.
Everyone in the world has heard of Galapagos. Thanks to Charles Darwin's work here 200 years ago, it changed our vision of our place on this planet and in this universe. And it is unique. It is unique because not only has it provided us a window into the evolution of life on Earth, but also in such a small area we have such different habitats thanks to these ocean currents that bring cool water, warm water, and that has generated a large proportion of endemism, that is species that are only found here. And if you think about it, Galapagos is a little archipelago surrounded in the ocean blue, and we're learning here how to live in harmony with our biodiversity. And I always say that Galapagos is like a microcosm of Earth. We only have one planet, and as humanity we are learning, not doing such a great job, but still learning how to live in harmony with our biodiversity. So I feel that Galapagos is almost a sentinel. If we can get it right here, then maybe there's hope for the rest of the world too.
Sylvia Earle may have been here countless times over the past 55 years, but this hasn't blunted her commitment to marine conservation. At 87 years old, she is still tireless.
Sylvia, what are you preparing for?
Dive, dive, dive.
You had a big day yesterday.
Every day has been a big day, but yesterday was particularly productive and spectacular. People say, when are you going to retire? Why would I? Why would I? Why should I? If you do what you love, you should do it as long as you can breathe. Yeah, do you still dive? I still breathe.
1, 2, 3, go.